the POTUS, or the President of the United States, travels in a specially fitted state car, currently a Cadillac limo. It's an SUV hybrid nicknamed the Beast. And the distinctive Lockheed-shaped car has defensive security and medical capabilities that are top secret. Even the Pope-mobile was fitted with a bulletproof glass on 4 sides following the 1981 assassination attempt of Pope John Paul II. You see, prominent people are often at risk, and Jesus is no exception. You see, they gain quite a reputation. And just as people will line the streets to wave and catch a glimpse of a president or pope, the same thing happened on what is now called Palm Sunday, which is the final Sunday and then at the beginning of Holy Week. You see, Jesus doesn't come down the mountain with high-tech weaponry, but instead he humbly comes not in a Ferrari, but riding on a lowly donkey. The treasure lies in humility. This coming king is prophetic. In the sight of their master riding a beast of burden, the disciples saw the fulfillment of a prophecy by Zechariah more than 500 years before. Shout aloud, O daughter Jerusalem, lo, your king comes to you, triumphant and victorious is he, humble and riding on a donkey, on a colt, the foal of a donkey. He was on his way to Jerusalem when he stopped on the summit of the Mount of Olives, overlooking the panorama of the temple, towers, and palaces. He wept over the city as he predicted its impending destruction only 40 years in the future. We, of course, know from the gospel account that he approached Bethphage and Bethany near the mount that is called Olivet, which is some 2,673 feet above sea level. And it's here I would like to emphasize. Bethphage was considered the outermost reach of the city of Jerusalem, the limit of the Sabbath day's journey from the city. And it's worth noting that this is the furthest point at which bread could be baked for use in the temple. And this is where his descent to the city takes place. You see, Jesus came down from his heavenly home, much like his journey towards Jerusalem, becoming man in his incarnation. Philippians reminds, although he existed in the form of God, he emptied himself, being found in appearance as a man. Now think about this. He was born in Bethlehem, meaning house of bread, and becomes our bread of life. We partake of his life-giving spirit, and later this week we will hear him say yet again, "This is my body which is given up for you," for he is truly our bread from heaven. This Holy Week, Jesus begins at the furthest point at which bread could be baked for use in the temple, and now he resides in every Catholic church across the globe and in every believer who consumes his body, blood, soul, and divinity. Remember, this day, the starting point of his journey as he marches into the city of peace, Jerusalem. It all began at Bethphage, the house of unripe figs. Recalling, it is in this area Jesus caused a fig tree with no fruit to wither. God help us if we are found without fruit this Easter season. Are we here this evening to usher in Jesus as the King of Kings in our lives? Or will our exuberance quickly dissipate as we leave these doors? Instead of waving our palms, laying down branches and clothing as a sign of homage, are we willing to lay down our sinful behavior instead? Remember, the crowd that shouted, "Hosanna in the highest," is the same crowd that chanted, "Crucify him, crucify him."